Alrighty, guys, you saw the title. We have 5 stocks, 5 companies to break down, all of which just reported earnings. We're going to break down the numbers, my thoughts, and of course, the stock charts, what I'm looking to do. But first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. And guys, if you haven't gotten your 30 stocks yet from Moomoo, I don't know what to tell you, man. Use that link down below. Fund your account with at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. Fund your account with at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, get on it. Use the link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Get your 30 stocks. And with that being said, cheers. Take a sip of that coffee, guys. You're going to need it. And let's dive into it. So at this point, man, we're down. We're down across the board on all the indexes. It's about 10:40 a.m. right now on the East Coast on this beautiful Wednesday morning, and we have the Russell 2000 down 0.5%. The Dow's down 0.3. Same with QQQ, and the S&P's down the least, but it's still down about 0.1%. And the VIX is creeping up a little bit, about 2.3%, and we have crude oil up around 1%. So it's a little bit of a sell-off type day, a little red today, which honestly is not a big deal considering yesterday the S&P, looking here at SPY, hit an all-time high, and QQQ did as well. You guys can see we hit 541, so we're selling off a bit. Not a big deal. We just hit all-time highs literally yesterday on 2 of these indexes. So overall, the bulls are still in charge. We're in breakout territory on all the indexes pretty much, and we're just getting a little bit of a sell-off. It is what it is. Normal market activity, right? So let's just get into these 5 stocks, all of which just reported earnings either yesterday or this morning. And the first 2 we're going to get into, their numbers came out this morning, and actually I have not looked at these stocks yet, so let's pull them up. Let's break down the numbers and see what's going on. So number 1, we have Etsy, ticker symbol ETSY, and this is down about 9.5 to 10% right now. So yeah, probably not the best numbers considering that reaction in the stock price. So Etsy reported, let's see, GAAP EPS of $1.03, which beat the 94 cents expected, but sales missed $852 million versus $862 million. So they beat EPS, missed on sales. And let's see here, guys. Anything else? GMV, gross merchandise volume, declining at a rate similar to year-over-year performance. I guess that's not the best sign there. Anything here on guidance? Not really, but it looks like Barron's.com said significant headwinds hit merchandise sales. So, yeah, miss on revenue, GMV declining. Not the best sign. The stock's dumping. It makes sense. But I don't know if it's the end of the road yet for Etsy here in the short term, guys, because we're approaching a major support, even though it's a falling knife. Let's be honest. That's not the best sign. But we are approaching this support at about $50 to $51, $52 per share. This has held all of this year, stemming back to December, November of last year, right? So if we do get a relief rally here, maybe as the dust settles after earnings, this is where it would happen, right? If we get a relief rally, it'd be at about 50, 52, right? But it's a falling knife, guys. Anything could happen, right? If this thing slips through 50, yeah, it's probably going to get worse. Probably down to 46, 47. That's where it could be going. But for now, hey, low 50s. Maybe we consolidate a bit here as the dust settles. Maybe we rebound after that on Etsy. But overall, guys, it's been a rocky past couple of months for Etsy and last couple of years for that matter. I mean, guys, this stock has been downtrending for a couple of years. I mean, this is the 3-year chart. You guys see it. And on the max chart, we peaked at 307 back in 2021, about 3.5, 4 years ago. So, yeah, keep your eyes on Etsy. They're struggling, no doubt, but the stock might get a relief rally in the short term here. Time will tell. Now, Wingstop is another one that just reported today, and they're down as well. Wow, 10% down here on Wingstop. You guys can see I had that inverse head and shoulders drawn out. My alert was at 315. Let's just say, well, that didn't play out. We did not break 315. It is what it is. And now we're down 10% on the day. I didn't buy the stock, thankfully, and I don't trade earnings, so it's not like I was going to buy it and pray and hope that that inverse head and shoulders was going to play out, because this exact reason, right? This happens sometimes. You think it's going to break out, you think it's going to do one thing, and it does the opposite, right? So, excuse me, guys, we're getting the dump off here. We actually hit a fresh low on the 4-hour time frame today on Wingstop, guys, which is not ideal. And let me see here. Looks like they reported, where are the numbers at? Oh, here we are. 92 cents earnings per share versus 87 cents expected. Okay, that beat, nice, but sales missed. Similar to Etsy, right? $161.82 million versus $164.54 million. So a mixed bag from the headline numbers. BDPS, missed revenue, domestic same-store sales increase 10.1%, and they see low to mid-single-digit domestic same-store sales growth in full year 25. There it is, guys. That's probably why we're selling off here. So what else? They see full year 25 global unit growth 14 to 15%. Okay, not bad. Q4 net new openings 105. Nice. They're still expanding, of course. But yeah, the fact that they missed revenue and their guidance is low to mid-single digits in terms of domestic same-store sales for 2025. That's less than what they just reported for Q4 of 10%. That's probably another reason why this thing's taking a haircut. And there could be something here. Honestly, there could be something here in terms of a relief rally trade and a long-term play, honestly, because Wingstop at this point, and I haven't done too much due diligence on it, but whenever I see a stock that is down about 40% from highs and the company's growing, they're growing. I mean, Wingstop's crushing it. There's, it always, an idea comes in my head. I'm like, okay, let me look deeper into this. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to be on my homework, right? I haven't had homework in like 15 years, but, this is going to be my homework, right? I'm going to do some more DD on Wingstop, but hey, it's not looking pretty right now in the short term, but that could open up an opportunity. Now, Occidental Petroleum, guys, Warren Buffett's stock here. He buys it all the time. Well, it's up 6%. The company reported earnings yesterday, and it sure looks like we're finally starting to break out. We're back over the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. Now we're, about to test the highs from the middle of January being about $52, $53. We're about to test it, and if that breaks, momentum could really start building up on Occidental Petroleum. And whenever Buffett is buying a stock, guys, obviously we don't just piggyback and just buy it too blindly. That's not a good idea. I hate people, not hate people, but I think it's stupid when people blindly follow super investors. Not the best idea, but whenever I see Buffett buying a stock, I'm like, okay, I got to look deeper into this, right? So there's definitely something here. The company reported adjusted earnings per share of 80 cents versus 70 cents from last year, or not last year, versus the estimate on sales of $6.83 billion versus $7.05. So they did miss on sales. They beat on adjusted EPS. And let's see what else is going on here, guys. Looks like they lifted their quarterly dividend 9%, all right, to 24 cents a share. That's pretty good. Payable April 15th to holders of record let's see, as of March 10th. So if you guys want to get that dividend, if that's what you want to do, you could buy the stock now and get that dividend up until March 10th, as long as you own the stock by March 10th. Let's see, anything on guidance. Occidental Petroleum meets debt repayment target, divests $1.2 billion in upstream assets. That's good news. Looks like Stevens & Co. reiterates overweight on Occidental Petroleum, maintains a $71 price target. Wolf adjusts price target to $78, maintains outperform rating. So let's see how it goes, man. I think there could be a lot more upside on Occidental Petroleum here, especially if it's able to break out of $53 per share, which is where I'm going to set my alert right now. And before we get into the last two stocks, guys, did you know I have a second channel called Stas Talks Money? Well, I guess technically it's Stas Surfest, but the @ is Stas Talks Money, and we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, guys. Check it out. It's a different style of content here. We're going over, it's like a personal finance reaction channel. We make videos on debt, financial freedom, bad financial decisions, right? And the channel's been growing. I haven't really shouted it out here on the main channel too much, but if you guys want to subscribe, that is linked right down below. Feel free to go subscribe. It means a lot to me, guys. Or just go on YouTube, type in @Stas Talks Money, and boom, it'll pop up. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers on that second channel, guys, and the content, you're going to like it. It's different from this, different style, more, I guess, broad-based personal finance content. Make sure you guys go check it out. Now, stock number four, we have Toll Brothers. Do you guys know Toll Brothers? Well, let's take a look at this one. They reported earnings yesterday, and their stock, well, is extending the losses. We went down about looks like 5% after earnings. We were down about 30% heading into earnings, roughly 25-30%, and it's still looking ugly. I mean, the chart doesn't look that great. We are under both moving averages here. Looks like Toll Brothers, wow, they missed on both EPS and revenue. Adjusted EPS of $1.75 versus the $2.04 expected on sales of $1.85 billion versus $1.9 billion. So a double miss there. And let's see, anything else? Backlog value was $6.94 billion. Q1 homes, let's see. Homes in backlog were 6,300 homes. Okay. Toll Brothers, blah, 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 blah. Nothing much else here, guys, to be honest. But, yeah, double miss. Not ideal for Toll Brothers. Not ideal. And now the stock's pretty much back to where it was in July. So we lost all those gains, right? You know, well, I wasn't in the stock, but if you were in the stock in July, you held it to now, well, you lost all your gains, right? It went from 108 to 170 down to now pretty much back to 110, 115. So Toll Brothers, let's see if we hold this support. I think there's a decent chance. We're very oversold. We kind of have a bullish divergence in the making on the RSI here. So let's see if we get some sort of relief rally in the low hundreds. I think it's possible. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, make sure to run the likes up on this video. Do not forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 100K subs here on this channel, guys. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all. Look, Devon Energy, ticker symbol DVN. This one's up 10% on the day after the company reported earnings yesterday, and, well, they did pretty well. Adjusted EPS, $1.16 versus $1 expected. Revenue, where the heck's their revenue at, guys? Why do they make it so hard to find this stuff? It looks like here, blah, 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 blah. They also raised their dividend, just like Occidental Petroleum. That's great. And if you guys know about energy stocks, they pay nice dividends, most of them. You know, a lot of people invest in energy stocks for the dividends. You know, they pay pretty well. But for me personally, guys, I'm not a big dividend investor. I'm not a big fan of just buying stocks for the dividend, especially if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. You have a long investment horizon. I think it's better to just focus on growth companies, right, that don't pay dividends. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But hey, if you like dividend stocks, energy stocks are where it's at. A lot of these pay great dividends, and it looks like Devon Energy achieved record production of almost 400,000 barrels of oil per day in Q4. That's great news. And this is also approaching a multi-month resistance, just like Occidental Petroleum, which if it breaks out of here, guys, if DVN takes out $38-40, kind of where we're at now, there could be a lot more momentum building up. Let me set my alert at $40 per share. Mark is at or above, and well, we'll see where it goes. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And before you click off, do not forget to get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account, fund it with at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. Fund it with at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which is nuts, guys. So if you want 30 free stocks and you want to help out the channel, use that link right down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.